This Bronco was custom ordered, so the build on it's a little bit funky, but it has some cool options that I think you guys will really like. I'll include a link to the Ford and Draper's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Bronco. Let's get right into it. Powering this is a turbo 2.7 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed, fuel economy 17 around town, 17 on the highway, with power outputs being 330 horsepower and then 415 pound-feet of torque. If you're looking for more straight-to-the-point reviews like this, make sure you subscribe. Now, this is the first time I've seen any Ford product with the satin PPF option, and I will say I'm actually very impressed with the quality on this. They actually did a really good job. Now, being a fancy Badlands, you've got the steel bumper, you got recovery points, fog lights, skid plate protection underneath. And I will say the satin finish definitely gives the Bronco a more unique appearance. Now, this one comes with the Sasquatch package. You got 35-inch tall tires, the beadlock wheels on this particular one. And this has the Haas 3.0 Fox shocks. Nice upgrade for off-roading. Sasquatch decal, we've got rock rail protection with this too. The Bronco is body on frame, independent suspension up front, solid axle in the back, hard top with this one. Now, when it comes to key fob, we have our lock and unlock. You got the remote start function. We have the Bronco logo there on the back. Yeah, even the rear here. Again, the cuts are very clean on this for the PPF. But yeah, that all opens up. We've got a 12-volt in the back. You've got a little ramp to the seats so they don't fold down perfectly flat with the cargo area here on the rear, but do have a little bit of storage underneath, which is nice. And then, of course, when you're all done, it's just one kind of setup similar to a Wrangler. Full-size spare on the back. We've got a steel bumper in the rear, recovery point as well. Let me know your thoughts on the satin finish on it, if you like it or not. Now, the interior on this thing is kind of funky. So, soft touch here, that's not too weird. You got a little storage net. This one has the drainable floors, which is great. And then this one actually has the more basic seats. These are supposed to be more durable, easier to clean as well. Good legroom in the back, a little storage net there, our own vents. We have window controls, little charge ports down below, and then you do have the nice headliner. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. You've got soft touch here. Payload on this one, 945. Now, this is the funkiest thing. So again, you got those more baseline seats. So they're actually manual with the adjustments, and some of you will be shocked at the price point. Both grab handles with this. Now, when it comes to steering wheel, we've got soft touch all around. Practical controls on the front. So for the center, your adaptive cruise, got your volume controls. Little stock there on the back. And then, yeah, look at that. Full digital in the center here. So, change the information that's displayed depending on what you're looking for. Stabilizer bar disconnects. We got diff locks to the front and the rear, trail turn assist up top. Then we actually pop into reverse. 360 camera system with it. Good resolution overall. And then as for the infotainment system, it's quick to respond. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You've got the little side tab there as well. So, just a good system. Got our analog controls to the radio, dual zone climate, USB ports. Also, almost forgot, heated seats, heated steering wheel. Shifter, the 10-speed auto, has a manual shift function. Got some more cup holders here. Drive line select. It has a part-time system with a 2-speed transfer case. Has auto as well. All the window controls are auto, by the way. The windows up and down anyways. Mirror adjustment. Center console. Got a USB and 12-volt soft touch on the top. Got Bronco there. 6 auxiliary switches, and then again, hard top with this one. Too much glare to be able to see the window sticker, but the big thing is that matte paint protection film is just under $5,000 as an option, which I think is a really good deal. Most shops will charge you 8 to 12 grand to wrap a whole car, especially a Bronco. They're harder to wrap. Total MSRP on this is $76,600. Let's take it out and see how it performs. Let's take a quick spin in the matte Bronco. Now, you guys know this is one of my favorite Bronco packages, the Badlands with the Haas 3.0. I think it's really cool because what this basically gives you is it's basically a wild track, but it's got the stabilizer bar disconnect. So like, this is the do everything Bronco. It's almost a Raptor. The pricing on this is going to seem weird to people because the fact that the person who ordered this chose the non-power seats, which is an interesting choice. But for me personally, as someone who's an off-road enthusiast, like, this is such a cool build. This is basically everything focused on off-roading, no frills. You've got the matte paint protection film, so you don't have to worry about pinstriping because it's going to scrape the PPF, not the paint. You've got the Haas 3.0, the manual seats. You don't have to worry about a power seat function, you know, if it gets too wet or something, braking. easy to clean. The floors, the drainable, like this is the off-road setup. Yeah, it's pricey. It's definitely pricey. But again, you add like if you took away the matte paint protection film, you're looking at about 70, which is less than what you see most Haas Broncos priced at, because they usually have the upgraded leather seats. And I honestly prefer these to the leather seats, because not only do I like manual adjustments for the simplicity of it, I also just like the texture on the vinyl here. I think that it's just got a nice texturing to it. Yeah, the torque on this is great. And when you have you guys know I've been doing, you know, PPF on my cars like this for years. The peace of mind is great. And it looks cool when you look over the hood and you see that kind of satin finish rather than the gloss finish. It makes your car feel a little bit more special. So that's a big plus. Yeah, the Haas 3.0 really does make a difference with the Bronco. It kind of feels like floatier compared to the stock Badlands, which is just Bilstein position sensitive shocks. They're good. Not as good as these ones though in terms of the comfort. Yeah, this is nice. So we all know that this drives well, but the only downside about this from the factory, I think for some people with how this is packaged out, it's so close in price to a Bronco Raptor that a lot of people are going to say, well, I'll just jump up to a Bronco Raptor. Fair enough, but again, if you take away the PPF, you're like 10 grand, roughly, a difference. Because I think you can get a Bronco Raptor starting at like 80 now. So it's, you gotta always compare apples to apples. And that's the one thing that I notice a lot of people won't do, is they'll compare. I obviously compare apples to oranges on the channel, but I explain that. But like some people just look at this and go, Badlands versus Bronco Raptor. It's like, well, what kind of Badlands is it and what kind of Bronco Raptor is it? Man, the torque is just great. 2.7 is such a good engine. But yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Like, if you're not worried about pinstriping and all that kind of stuff, like, yeah, you'd save yourself $5,000. But if you are going to take this off-road, or if you were going to get PPF in your Bronco anyways, I think factory is the way to go, because it's less money than most shops, and it's going to be under the factory warranty, and it's like a convenience factor. So like, if you have a defect with the PPF, you're going to take it into the Ford dealership and have them deal with it, versus if you do it yourself, well, then you have to take it into the PPF shop. And not a big deal, but it is something that's like, it's whenever you modify a vehicle, if something goes wrong, well, you're taking it to a different place, versus if it's all OEM with the manufacturer, there is that convenience factor with maintenancing and all of that kind of stuff. So just a little bit different on that front. But let me know your thoughts on it. I think more manufacturers should offer it, because I think when manufacturers offer aftermarket stuff, although it can make the vehicle more expensive, it's not mandatory. It's just a standalone option, so you don't have to get it if you don't want it. And it does give people the option of convenience that I think a lot of people, myself included, value. Because I got the PPF option on my wife's Defender when we did that year-long test on it, and that was nice. Honestly, like being able to just buy a car that I plan on taking off-road and picking it up from the dealership brand new and not having to do a thing with it. I didn't have to worry about like, oh, we got to go to this shop to get this part on this. Nope, everything was done. We picked it up and it was all done. The convenience, like, I loved that part of it. So, let me know your thoughts. Today's giveaway highlight is a 1970 Mustang Boss 302. So use code BHC or click the link in the description down below to receive 4x bonus entries on any donation $25 or more.